Good morning, ladies, and welcome to Facebook Live Friday. My name is Heather Petherick, and I'm the what am I? I'm the soul and sass behind our private Facebook group for female business leaders of style, wit, and substance. I am coming to you live from a beautifully restored church in Denver, Colorado, where I have been hunkered down for the last 3 or 4 days with my mastermind partners, some of the best coaches in the business, whom I am privileged and honored to call my friends, my colleagues, and my business besties. And part of what I've been doing this week is, hey, Jenny, thanks. Yeah, looking good. This is bedhead. This is like no makeup, still wearing my fuzzy jammies this morning as I'm just about ready to pack up and head back to Canada. But this week has all been about retreating with women whom I respect, admire, who I can be completely candid with, who can challenge me, and draw out a bigger, even more bold vision for myself, my impact, my business, and how I serve my clients, like many of you. And I gotta tell you, as excited as I was to come, get out of my office, kiss the kids and husband goodbye for a few days, and as exciting as that is, this retreat has stirred up a lot of strong emotion for me. And I really wanted to talk to you to share that experience with all of you today, because I think it will serve, support, and inspire many of you. I continue to be really transparent and really candid about my own journey, because I believe as women in business, that is one of the most powerful ways we can support one another. It's not about highly coiffed images all the time. It's not about this fake veneer of perfection. It's about being really real and sharing the journey with one another. So that's what I'm going to share with you today. Thanks, Jen, for being here. If you are here live, type live in the comments. If you are here watching the replay, I would love to know, and you can indicate that by typing replay in the comments below. So here's a question I have for you as I kick things off and share with you why this retreat has stirred up a lot of strong emotion for me and how what I've learned from this experience. But question for you first is this: do you have a vision for your career or business that you are afraid to share, that you are afraid to make public in its full version? Have you truly shared your big, bold dream with people in your life? Hey, Fran, thanks for being here. So post a 1 in the comments below if you can honestly say that you have really shared the full picture of your big vision for your career, business, even your life. Have you really shared with friends and family, colleagues, what you're up to, what you see for yourself in the years to come? Have you been brave enough to really let it all hang out and tell people how big of a vision, how ambitious you are, what you truly want to create with Technicolor, the full version of it? Have you been able to share that? Post a 1 if you have. Brandy, awesome. Okay, well, my hat is off to you, ladies. If you have, I want you to know that takes a great deal of lady balls to share the full version of what you're trying to create in this lifetime. Because Fran says that I live around a bunch of doubters. Yes, I think many of us feel like we are surrounded by doubters and naysayers. Thank you, Fran, for being so candid with that. Love it. And it's a perfect example, Fran. I think so many of us, we have a dream, right? We have a vision for our career, our business, our impact, but it is so hard to drum up the courage, to find the lady balls, to really express that, to speak that out in the world. And that is exactly the uncomfortable feelings that were stirred up for me this week. Brandy says, I have a little bit, but not the full version. Boom, exactly. I'm right there with you, Brandy. So here's what happened for me. So, as I expect of my mastermind partners, man, they are hardcore ladies. I love them to bits. And for the past 4 days, they have been challenging me to think bigger, just as they should. And as they challenged me to be more expressive, to truly, take the brakes off and really speak out what I want to create, There was a period earlier this week where I literally had a hard time speaking the words of what I'm trying to create in my business and the impact I see in my mind's eye for the women I serve. I physically had a hard time getting the words out. They wouldn't come out of my mouth. It was like I was suddenly mute. And I had this incredible feeling of nausea. Like I literally thought I was going to vomit all over the floor of this, beautiful restored church and this lovely Persian carpet that was in front of me. I felt sick to my stomach not because I wasn't unclear. Tell you, I am super clear on what I am trying to create in this world. But the resistance for me was the fear around this. And post-it too if this relates. The fear was, if I speak this out loud, what the are people gonna think? Fears like, and post it too if any of this resonates with you, what will people think if they truly knew how big my vision is? Right? Those thoughts that creep up even now are, I can just imagine the response being, Heather, who the hell do you think you are to have such a big vision? Right? If I speak this vision out, number one, I fear rejection, doubters, naysayers, and people trying to knock me back into my place. That's one of the big things. And the second fear that really comes up for me, post a 3, if this resonates with you, is this. The fear is if I speak this vision, if I truly let it out there of what I'm trying to create in my business, then it obligates me to create it. And that is a process that, I'll be honest, scares the bejesus out of me. If I truly let people know what I have in mind for my business and my impact and my reach, then by speaking it out loud, in some way I create this expectation, this social contract that I must create it. And there are days when that freaks me out. Number 3 from Brandy. Awesome. Number 3 from Fran. Love it. Okay. This is why I know I do these Facebook Lives, right? Is so that it resonates, supports, and inspires all of you. So this idea that if I speak it out loud, I create this expectation and then I've got to deliver, right? Because if I say it and then I don't actually create it, one of my core values is integrity, is authenticity, is doing what you say. And so if I speak this out loud, I am essentially laying it all on the line that by hook or by crook, I've got to create this vision. And that requires, as I say, lady balls, gut check. It requires me to really step up. But if I don't speak this vision, if I keep it quiet, if I keep it close to my heart, if I just show people little glimpses, but not the full-blown version, then no one can ever come back to me. Yeah, thanks for the hearts, guys. No one can ever come back and say, see, Heather, you were just dreaming. You're a naive little girl. We knew you couldn't do it. Or, you had this big dream and you fell short and you didn't actually achieve it. We told you so, right? That idea. If I don't ever tell anybody the full version of my vision for my business and my impact, then no one can ever say that, I'm just a dreamer, but I don't actually deliver. And that's a big fear of mine, right? Going back to childhood, a big fear of being told you're just a dreamer, you're naive, get your head out of the clouds, that kind of thing. Thumbs up. Yeah, love it. But here's the thing. When I sit on this and have been sitting on it for the last couple of days, as I've finally, because of the love and support from my own mastermind partners, have actually started to speak this out loud, write it out. What do I really want to create in the big full version? What I have realized is that fear, that tendency to want to keep it close, not breathe it, not speak it. I can say that no one will know and no one will be able to say, hey, call bullshit. But here's the thing. I'm going to know. I'm going to know when I get to the end of my days that I had this big, bold vision and I didn't go for it. Who else is going to know? Well, not just me, but the universe, God, spirit, the divine, I don't care what you call it. But I'll know that I didn't do it, and God or divine and the universe, it's going to know that I had this dream, I had this calling, and I just sat on it. And I am not willing to get to the end of my days and know that I didn't play full out, that I didn't do everything I knew I could do to create the kind of business and the kind of impact that I am here to make. So how do you like them apples? Post a 4 if that resonates with you at any level, right? Do you have a dream? Do you have a bold vision that maybe you've been protecting or only showing people small parts of? But when you really get down to it, you get past those surface level fears of what will people think? What will they say? Can I really do it? At the end of the day, does that matter? What matters is at the end of your life, you can say, I did everything I knew to do. And if I don't achieve it, I can still stand in a place of integrity and know that I tried and not regret the what ifs, the might haves, or the could have beens. That absolutely tears me up. And here's the other thing I have realized through this uncomfortable experience. There's kind of a, I don't know what you would call it, kind of a, what's the word? Kind of a catch-22 here. That what actually makes my dream more likely to happen? Is it keeping it close to my chest and protecting it, denying it, covering it up, and carrying it all alone? Or is it actually having the courage to speak it out loud, share that dream with other people that can support, guide, and inspire that vision? Well, you are smart ladies, and you know it is door number 2. The only way that my dream becomes more realistic, that is brought into reality, is if I have the courage to speak it, share it, and enlist supporters in it. Jen says, I want to go and script it out right now and tell everyone my big dream. Yes, Jen, I love it. So, and one last nugget of wisdom that I wanted to share with you this morning with bedhead and no makeup is this, that I know this is all about trust. This is all about faith in myself and my ability to be creative and figure out the steps that are necessary to bring this vision into reality. But I also know that this dream may not materialize as I have it envisioned. It may take longer. It may take shorter. It may happen in a different way than I have it laid out or planned out in my mind. But if I have the courage to take the action, make the decisions, and share this vision, then I absolutely have rock solid faith that this or something even better will occur. Brandy, let's have our coffee soon. Oh, great, Jen. Awesome. I love it. So this is what I'm wanting to share with all of you, is look at the dream that you have, the vision you have for your career and business, and ask yourself, have you truly shared it in the full-blown Technicolor version that it exists in your mind? And if you are still being hung up by fear of what will people think, who are you to have this big vision, can I really make this happen, then ask yourself, what are you willing to put up with at the end of your days? Is it sitting on a dream and knowing that you didn't breathe life into it? Or is it knowing that you did everything you could to create that vision? And maybe it turns out to be something different than you currently have in your mind, but it will always be better, as good, if not better, than what you have planned. So that's what I'm all about, ladies, is yes, growing a pair of lady balls, getting past the superficial fears and nausea of birthing something truly beautiful in this world. That's what I'm all about. So I hope that supports and inspires you in some way today. It's been a byproduct and what's coming out of me being on a retreat for the last 4 days with my mastermind partners. Thank you, ladies, for the thumbs up and hearts. Woo, love it. Keeping it real here in Denver, Colorado, as I'm headed home today after my retreat with my mastermind partners. I have got a couple of minutes left to hang out with you ladies. Any questions? Brandy, Jen, Fran, the rest of you ladies that are here live. And as well, if you are watching the replay, what questions or comments do you have? type those in the comments below. As I am headed through airports today, I will continue to check back on the feed to support you and answer any questions you have about, what is your dream? How are you protecting, denying, or dismissing it because of those fears? And how do you move through that resistance of knowing that it's only going to happen when you breathe life into it and share it with the world and enlist supporters. All right, Fran says, see you in Calgary. Yes, Fran, thank you so much for saying that. Here is a call out to all of you ladies. Next Thursday, I am live in Calgary delivering my luxurious Honor and Elevate luncheon in downtown Calgary. There are, I believe, only four seats left for that event. It's an inspirational luxury luncheon hosted by myself for you beautiful ladies in the Calgary area of style, wit, and substance. If you would like to join me for that event, I know, Fran, you're going to be there. Ladies, if you want to nab one of those last four seats for that luxurious luncheon, June 28th in Calgary over the noon hour, then private message me and we will connect and we'll make sure that you get one of those last four seats. Jen says, Lady Balls, that's going to be my new hashtag. Boom. High five to you, Jen, Fran, Brandy, and the rest of you beautiful ladies. Thank you for being here. Yeah. Some amazing announcements coming over the summer months, and I will be announcing some amazing things at next Thursday's Honor and Elevate luncheon that begins to share the bigger vision with you and an opportunity for us to work together. So thanks for being here, ladies. That's your Friday Live inspiration. Have a great day. We'll talk very soon. Bye-bye.